In this text, we see that the tingling sensation in her coochie is
Shut up! Wow. Oh my god, no. I'm so glad we're watching this. I still really want to get into this shoe on head video because I really want to upload it as a standalone video on YouTube. And it's about how female gooners must be stopped. And we showed some books from the Monster Lovers section, otherwise known as the Hear Me Out section. But let's go ahead and see what the Kami Mommy has in store for us today.
Oh, I didn't see you there. What am I reading, you ask? Well, just one of the best-selling books on Amazon right now. With millions of sales and almost 20,000 five-star reviews, this book has been absolutely blowing up, especially on TikTok, or Book Talk, as the kids call it. Thousands and thousands of women, in particular, have been raving about this piece of literature. What piece of literature is it, you may ask? Well, Morning Glory Milking Forum, of course.
Morning Glory Milking Forum, huh? No thanks.
A popular romance novel about a young woman down on her luck who does what every young woman does when facing financial struggle. She starts an OnlyFans. She wouldn't degrade herself like that. She gets a job jerking off monsters.
I see. Okay.
That's right, the Morning Glory Milking Farm.
I have been reading Morning Glory Milking Farm since last night, and I'm obsessed.
This was a good time. I did not disappoint.
If this book is trash, then I am a f***ing raccoon. Give me all of the garbage.
Nah, bitch, I'm a raccoon, and I don't want that book.
Eyeballs on this, because it is so good.
The female gooner epidemic.
I regret to inform you that there is a new epidemic. An epidemic that many have yet to discuss. And that epidemic is female gooners. Now, for those of you unaware, gooner is internet slang for someone addicted to porn. And smut is slang for dark romance novels, otherwise known as porn.
What is this smut that you're listening to, Bobby? It's not smut. It's Radio Disney.
Be correct about the dangers of porn addiction with men, how it can destroy their lives and their
Oh no, it exists on both sides.
relationships, and most men know the material they consume is weird. That is why they are ashamed of it. That is why they delete their browser history. That is why they go incognito mode. But these bitches freaks out here. They display their smut.
Oh yes, I've seen this many times. Okay, hear me out.
Openly in bookstores. They proudly pose in front of their smut collections. They discuss their smut openly on TikTok. They go to smut conventions and get choked out by 9-foot-tall shirtless wendigos. Now, I know what you are thinking. Shoo, isn't this the pot calling the kettle degenerate? Yes. Yes, it is. But have you considered, it takes one to truly know one. You see, women are strange, fascinating creatures. For centuries, men have tried to figure us out. Our mood is affected by the tides and the moon. We bleed for 5 days and don't die. By painting my face, I can instantly shapeshift from a 4 to a 6. We are
good lord.
Truly mysterious, magical creatures. But one of the most mysterious aspects of women to men is our sexuality. You see, us women are not like those disgusting moids. No, we are sophisticated. We are evolved.
No, they look at the most very high-end whatever the hell that they'd be looking at.
We don't watch videos of strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. No, we read about strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together.
Yes, that's the difference. Why actually look at the thing that you're into when you could just read about it?
It's different, okay? You don't understand. It's okay when we do it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the rapidly growing popularity of dark romance on TikTok and the recent dark romance convention that ended in disaster.
Oh, we're gonna go in deep with this.
Let's take a break from all this depressing political news and talk about something silly. Not that those political things aren't important, trust me, they are. You should be keeping up with politics and the news when you can. I know it can be difficult to do, but fear not. I have an app for that. So before we get into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to our sponsor, Ground News.
Oh yes, this is certainly something that we will be looking at.
Ground News is a website and an app that gives readers an easy way to read news from all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias that helps you understand the full story and make sure you're getting both sides. One of my favorite features on Ground News is the blind spot feature, which shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political aisle and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Gavin Newsom is signing a bill to give 800,000 Uber and Lyft drivers in California the right to unionize. Pretty cool. Rare Newsom W. 12 news sources covered this, 7 were left-wing and 0 were right-wing, because the right is covering a far more important topic. Harvard hires drag performer Lahore.
What kind of a name is that?
As a visiting professor. 21 news sources covered this, 20 were right-wing, 1 was left-wing. A country divided, truly. Ground News also makes it very easy to compare headlines, so you can see how political bias completely reframes a story. For example, talking about how Trump has been posting a bunch of those sombrero memes, and
memes.
The New York Post says, White House official behind Trump's hilarious meme war on Dems revealed.
Oh,
and then a left-wing outlet covers the same story, like, as the shutdown continues, a checked-out Trump posts childish memes. Wildly different vibes going on here. I've been using Ground News since 2021. It is one of my favorite apps. Like, it is my go-to, like, when I wake up. I, like, check Twitter, and then I check Ground News, like, immediately. But
that sounds like me when I wake up. I just check... Yes. I just wake up and I check to see what's on YouTube.
Don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center called it an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview.
Right.
Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Advantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. Really nice and it's only $5 a month, which is like basically the price of a coffee nowadays. Yeah. So go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code here on screen, or use the link in the video description. So thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
Ha! I didn't skip the ad. Yes, we are not skipping the ad anymore. Oh, Jumping Taco Man. Oh, yeah, when we looked at Legal Mindset's Pokemon thing. Joke's on you, Shu. I actually did watch the ad all the way through. You ain't slick.
Right. So let's get back to the video. Book Talk is a very interesting place, and any book fans out there know how it has absolutely destroyed the hobby of literature and just flooded it with absolute slop. Spicy slop. You see, books on TikTok are not rated...
Well, this was supposed to be a slop stream, so we're gonna get very sloppy now.
...by how well they are written or how good the characters are. No, they are rated by the spice. Yes. And what does spice mean?
Yep.
It means spice level is very important to book talkers. How much spice does a book have? What are the spiciest books they have ever read? How spicy is the book they're currently reading? Spice, spice, spice.
We should look at the tale of Scrody McBookerballs.
Spiciest book going viral on Book Talk lately is none other than Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.M. Nascosta. Violet is a typical down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, and drowning in debt.
That sounds like a lot of them.
Oh my god! She's just like me, on the verge of moving.
Oh my god, no, that's way too on the nose.
Into her parents' basement, when a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in the neighboring Cambric Creek. She has no choice but to grab it with both.
Is this just the blurb?
Hands. Morning Glory Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is...
I don't even want to read the rest of that.
Grade A certified prime beef.
Ah.
Oh, God. With the manly, meaty endowments to... Okay.
Ah, no. I'm gay and I don't even want to read that.
Morning Glory Milking Farm is actually a profound critique of late-stage capitalism.
Shut up.
And toxic masculinity.
Shut up, bitch.
In this text, we see that the tingling sensation in her coochie is...
Shut up! Oh my god, no. I'm so glad we're watching this.
Actually the tingling sensation of a Marxist revolution.
Oh, it's not.
This is every fucking breadtube video to me, dude.
No, at least some breadtubers have at least some... No, even something said that they're not written by humans, yes.
This is every Jack Saint video. So I actually read
is it? Freaking watch iDubbbz attempt to talk about something like this. No, Anissa will talk about it and make iDubbbz read it.
Book myself, and I'm not gonna lie. The 19th Amendment needs to be abolished. So,
oh, jeez.
So, like I said, the story is basically this millennial named Violet, and she gets a job basically working at Big Pharma in Narnia, where they harvest Minotaur milk to make Viagra for human males.
There's no way that's the plot of the book.
And I read the whole thing. Probably
oh my god, I don't want to read that.
I'm gonna be put on some kind of watch list. But listen, this is my job, okay? I'm not out here like selling feet pics or something. What I do is far more dignified and normal. Now let's take a look at some of these notes I
oh my god.
wrote. Let's
oh my god.
Big dick
oh.
and ball.
Oh my god.
At one point she says the term, and I quote.
Wait, no. Oh my god. Wait. Wait. What did she say?
The seam of his sack.
What the hell does that even mean?
So I'm reading this and the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, he probably has like a human head, right? He probably like looks something like this, like, you know, just a dude with like horns. Then I see the official artwork.
I don't know.
That's a cow. Bro is a cow. Bro is a straight up cow. In a few parts they're being
I don't know.
Intimate, and it will be like his hooves clip-clopped.
There's no way that there's a line like that. Apparently it is real.
My hooves will tear up your sheets. And it's like, I'm sorry, his what? At one point, she described kissing him. And I swear to God, it was more disgusting than anything else described in this book. She's like describing how big and wide his mouth is and how big and like slimy his tongue is. She's like describing
Pirate Downey Jr.'s role plays were less suggestive than that.
the shit, and you're just like, that's a cow. I mean, we are at a solid 5.5 on the Barbeau scale here. This is dangerous territory, folks. She also...
Okay, wait.
F***ers his ass.
Yeah, he's gonna comment on it for sure, though.
She f***ers the cow's ass.
No, I don't want to do that.
By the way, if you want an uncensored version of this video and all my videos, Patreon. Go to Patreon, become a member. All members get the uncensored version of every video, so you can hear me talking about and
Yes, it is, Yuki.
and f***ing a cow's ass.
I mean, when it comes to things like BoJack Horseman with all of the interspecies whatever, at least that's kind of just to be expected. But this, I don't know.
Is that what you freaks want? Anyway, I like how in this fantasy world, student loans still exist. Like, we can imagine a world with minotaurs and humans in a relationship, but we can't imagine a world without student loans.
She actually makes a really good point.
Sad. Oh, and he has one of those bull rings, like the nose ring theory septum rings.
Oh,
and in this
jeez.
world, that means, like, you're married, but apparently he's divorced. The man is divorced. This is a divorced cow with a cow ex-wife. The lore is deep, folks. The funniest part, though, has to be when they go on a date. I need to just read this to you. When the bill arrived, she attempted to pull a handful of carefully folded bills from her wristlet before he stopped her. No, that's absolutely not happening. Put that away. She'd not thought about it until the day after their first dinner together, realizing that in mortification that she ought to have attempted to pay her half. What kind of feminist are you? She asked herself. She couldn't remember the last time she'd been out and hadn't paid for her half, including her coffee date with Carson Tinsley. She had come prepared that night, several weeks of her tips smoothed and tucked into her wristlet. But I didn't even offer to pay half the other night and shouldn't have. Violet. If the commanding rumble of his voice hadn't silenced her, the heat of his hand dropping to her knee would have. I don't want you to feel like that you don't have any agency here. I might be the one giving all the orders, but you hold all the cards. Your comfort is the only thing that counts right now. And if I overstep, I want you to know you can tell me so. But that's not happening. Don't think I'm unaware we're at different points in our careers. You can say no, you can say you don't want to see me again, you can tell me to stop coming to the farm when you're working. It's dinner, not a down payment of your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. She was a good feminist, she told herself.
She was a good feminist, but apparently she's not good enough anymore.
And she definitely couldn't be bought. But if he had suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a blowjob, she would have fallen face first on his cock with an open mouth without a shred of hesitation. Inside
oh my god, even if you had those kinds of feelings, why would you want to reveal those out loud?
at every woman, there are two wolves. Or two bowls.
Christian sci-fi.
The strong, independent girl boss and the submissive, doting housewife. And in the presence of a masculine man, or a farm animal, she will fold like a lawn chair and instantly return to factory settings.
It's dinner, not a down payment for your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone, so when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. Okay, I highlighted that paragraph for myself.
Of course you did.
Mile 5. So that's what I thought of it. But what did other people think of it? What are the reviews on this book? This book has a 4.1 on
4.1, huh?
Amazon with 21,000 ratings and a 3.6 on Goodreads with nearly 60,000 ratings.
4 out of 10, not good enough, huh?
Let's just read some random ones.
Oh god.
Here. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Of course, it's just...
Milking good time.
Oh.
Sweet and creamy.
Oh, good lord.
The spice is spicing. I was very leery of starting this because I thought it was just going to be porn. The plot is pretty good. The plot?
The plot, huh?
Please. This is like the new I read Playboy for the articles. Like,
oh god. Yes. This piece of media here that happens to have a sexy character. I watch it for the plot.
sure you do. This book could kill a Victorian child. 5 stars. I'll never look at a jug of milk the same. I think I'm
Lord.
lactose intolerant now. So... Ooh, that happened. Our eyes will never see the gates of heaven. 1 star, not a helpful guide. This book failed to teach me how to milk a cow, and now my family has no food for the winter.
Oh, jeez.
1 star, accidentally ordered while on pain medication after an operation.
Really?
Gave this to my mom as a joke gift for Christmas. You what? Lesai. Why can't human males be more like this? Tall, rich, and handsome
Jesus.
are no longer enough, boys. Now you have to be a 9-foot tall creature from Greek mythology with a 13-inch dick. I never want to hear from another person about how they read 100 books in a year if this is the kind of slop they are consuming. Well, Ronald, man.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure people could... No. The South Park boys could write a better book than this. Because even though it's just supposed to be raunch, a lot of people thought that it was a very, very compelling story. And then, of course, Butters made the sequel. The Pooh that took a pee
undetected. This isn't for you. This is for women. So take your ass back to Barely Legal Babysitter 5 or whatever the f you watch that is so morally superior than this. Let him, who is without sin, cast the first stone, okay? God bless America. It's great to live in a country where I can casually enjoy cozy erotica about a young woman who milks her way to financial security and true love with a Minotaur. This is what freedom looks like, and I intend to fully enjoy it before the Supreme Court takes this right away next. If this is what freedom looks like, I'm really rethinking my stance on freedom, not gonna lie. Maybe we should have less of it. All I know is if Donald Trump takes the
freedom isn't free, as they say.
Monster porn, we are going to make 2020 look like a picnic, okay? Shit. Bullcock matters. Oh my god, edit that out. Editor, edit that out.
No, you left it in there. Albeit it's censored, but it's still there.
Out. Women are gonna be picking up Animal Farm now, like, where's the horse cock? Some of you people—
oh my god.
owe a certain streamer an apology because this book has way too many 5 stars. Some of you are lying. So after buying this book, Amazon has given me a few interesting recommendations.
Oh jeez.
Would you like to see them? I accidentally saw—
oh my god, I accidentally freaking when you're reborn as the level 99 demon lord, or no, you're reborn in a world where you have to defeat the level 99 demon lord.
I'm into demon boyfriend. That time I got drunk and saved a demon. Gentling the beast. Cupcakes for my orc enemy. Main of my existence.
Oh,
the gargoyle and the spinster. The widow and the orcs. Hoarded by the dragon. There's something about dragons. Getting it on with gargoyles. Gotten by the gator. Mated to the mountain bear. Oh, so this is why they chose—
we will go by the they.
The bear. The billionaire orc. Moth manager. Wolves and whipped—
you know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
cream. The wolf in my tavern.
Oh my god.
Pounded by produce.
Okay, now we're bringing—
so what? Are these the books the Nazis burned?
wolves. I mean, I don't want to say any more than that, but
my husband only reads finance and sci-fi books, and so I think it's about time that I introduce him to some real literature. So the first book—
real literature, huh? That's what people— no, I remember that clip of like, Twilight is not literature. No, and I'm reminded of the scene in Despicable Me where they wanted Groot, where the girls wanted Groot to read a pop-up book, and he was all like, this is literature?
that I would like to introduce you to is called Morning Glory Milking Farm. And it's not a normal milking farm like with cows. What it is
sometimes
it's big, bulky minotaurs, and it's a special type of milking.
See, honey, she's his stepsister,
so
and she got stuck in the washing machine again. Women on TikTok are openly, proudly talking about the porn they consume and getting mad at people when they make fun of it. I hereby ban men from reacting to romantasy on TikTok. Best-selling romantasy books like A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Fourth Wing contain descriptions of hot sex. I feel like that's common knowledge, if not their primary purposes. But in recent months, BookTok has become full of men clutching their—
I've already explained what I'm into, and I don't need to say any more than that. You'll just have to deal with what you got.
pearls while reacting to steamy scenes from these popular female-centered books. Obviously, this is all a massive performance. We live in the age of OnlyFans. The odds are that these men have seen actual porn that defies the laws of physics and God. Over 90% of men between the ages 16 and 73 watch porn in any random month. There's statistically no way all of these guys are shocked by the sex itself. What they are gawking at is sex from the perspective of female desire, scenes that depict women coming first and frequently. And what they are surprised by is the women they know love these scenes. In one video, a guy declares, "Now I know why women enjoy book clubs and wine," but his astonishment in itself is astonishing. Like, what do you think adult women were into? Not having sex and drinking wine? Grow up. Imagine a group of men sitting around drinking wine, discussing the porn they watch. That is—
good lord, no.
what you guys are essentially doing.
I don't want any of my friends to talk about that, but Jackal doesn't really goon.
It's just funny, okay? Like, it's funny. Are we really going to pretend that a story about a young woman getting a job milking mythical creatures to pay off her student debt is not funny? It's funny. If that makes me a sexist, misogynist, you got me. To act like you are so different and above the other gooners is just— it's silly. I'm sorry, but you are no different than Joe Schmo jorking it to fat booty Latinas in space. You're sitting there all high and mighty, one hand on the book, acting like you're so superior because
he says he doesn't goon.
You can perfectly envision a horse spinning 360 degrees in your mind. I'm not impressed. The scenes these men are reading, to many people, myself included, are insanely sexy, but purely in terms of the acts being described, they aren't all that lurid. And as many of the comments on these videos point out, there's much wilder stuff out there.
I'm
For
sure
example,
there is much wilder stuff, but I'm just saying.
These men have clearly not yet discovered nodding, a popular term in romantasy right now that involves werewolves whose penises get so swollen after sex, they
Oh my god.
have to stay inside their partners until the swelling subsides.
I mean, I do know that that's how it works in real life, but shit.
Honey, that's not a popular trend in romantasy. That's just a thing real dogs do.
Yes.
Oh, you just don't get it. You don't know what knotting is. What are these women reading, bro? What happened to that like stupid fucking corny Hallmark thing, going home for Christmas to your hometown and falling in love with a cute farmer boy? What
An entire saga on it, yes.
happened to that? We used to make fun of that. We truly did not know what we had until it was gone. Now women out here fantasizing about getting their asses clapped by demons and werewolves and goblins and ghouls. I remember when 50 Shades of Grey came out and people were like, oh my god, this is so crazy. Women are crazy. 50 Shades of Grey looks like missionaries through a bedsheet for the sole purpose of procreation compared to the average woman
Yeah.
on TikTok is reading. At least Christian Grey was a human man and not a fucking dog. You fantasize about dating the quiet, shy, nerdy girl.
Now Normas know about it. I didn't even know that there was a term for it.
You know, she's innocent, she's pure, she's not like those other girls, like going out clubbing and hooking up with random men. No,
She's not like the other girls because I said so.
She's at home, curled up by the fire in a blanket, reading a book, except that book is about f***ing a half man, half bull. Let me let you in on a little secret. The quiet, nerdy girl is way more of a freak than the average hoe. Are you kidding me? It's not even close. The average hoe might have a body count of like 15 or so, but the quiet, nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. That is at least 100 bodies.
No, we need all the, they're gonna make erotica about all of the Eldritchian horrors that this world has to offer.
And there's nothing inherently wrong with fantasizing, okay? There's nothing wrong with role play. You know, fiction is fiction, right? You know, you're not actually going to bang your stepsister, right? These women are not actually going to bang a cow, or at least I hope not. We all know there's a difference between fantasy and reality. Well, what happens
Am I?
when they try to bring fantasy into reality? Well, you get Sinners and Stardust.
What the hell is this? I don't know what the hell are they doing? What the hell was that thing that he was wearing?
What in the eyes wide shut is going on here? Sinners and Stardust was supposed
Quiet ones are the biggest freaks.
to be a dark...
Stop. Just stop. My main man Quizzy on Demand be calling everybody freaks. And he's tired of it. Do you get that? Do you get it?
romance ball for romantasy authors and fans alike.
Check out Quizzy on Demand. He's absolutely hilarious.
So what's the big deal? Seems like a fun, sexy time, right? Maybe, if you're a woman. If you're a man, the night may have gone a little differently for you. All right, y'all, it appears I have to make a post that I'm frankly pretty goddamn upset I have to make. This post is for the readers who don't understand consent and boundaries only. A lot of you may know my good friend Animus. He's attended a signing of mine in the past and obviously is a musical artist. This past weekend, he attended Sinners and Stardust and probably had one of the most heartbreaking experiences.
No, I mean, I knew that when canines mate, the males get swollen, but I didn't know that there was an actual term for that.
So listen, he's a man, right? But do we think that means it's okay to put your hands all over him without consent? Or to put your hands in his waistband or down his pants or touch his dick? Hello? Do we think it's okay to quite literally back him into a corner and touch all over him to the point that he literally cannot tell how many hands are on him and whose are whose? Do we think it's okay to send him into an actual panic attack because of this? Furthermore, do we think it's okay to interrogate him and insist he detail how he'd kidnap a woman despite him repeatedly saying he wouldn't do that and, you know, that shit is fiction, and then attempt to follow him
Oh, is it? Oh,
but he tries to get away? And if that wasn't enough, during the time of this mob, him and another author received notification that an air tag was tracking him, which showed on his person all the way to his hotel room. They molested this guy until he passed out from anxiety, and then they put a f***ing tracker on him in order to stalk him back to his hotel. This poor guy dressed like a character in one of the romantasy books at this romantasy convention.
Oh. I was trying to pay attention to this and chat at the same time, but I was having trouble. Apparently some guy was cosplaying, and he ended up getting assaulted? Is that what she just said?
Full of women. That is like throwing roast beef into a pit of wolves. Or in this case, throwing a wolf into a pit of roast beef. I remember years ago, there was this thing called Cosplay is Not Consent. Basically, it was a campaign to bring attention to the fact that people at conventions would often come up to women dressed in sexy costumes and just grope and grab them without their consent.
Oh,
Yeah,
but now we have it no, that's the thing.
we have to bring that back because these women did not get the memo. I've been a furry
Yeah, it's like...
for over a decade and attended a lot of fur cons. Sure, sometimes weird shit happens, but honestly, I can't believe the dark romance crowd is out here acting like this. Like me and my buddies in our fursuits are more respecting of consent and bodily autonomy. Get your shit together, y'all. When
we were just, Bunda was just talking about me being pure.
the furries are
I know that Wolfie doesn't really like the term furry, but I'm just saying.
calling you out for being freaks, you need to reflect. Something
Yeah, here I am calling them out for being freaks too. No, we got the whole squad over here.
has gone horribly wrong. Not only were the
Exactly.
men at this book talk convention assaulted, but women were also assaulted by women. Multiple women,
Okay, so it's even woman on woman.
including a performer, reported being assaulted there as well. Even an author there said she was
You're not a goon fiend.
groped and dragged away from her
Oh, good lord.
friends and said no matter how many times she said no, quote, my words did nothing. May I remind you
So much for being the no means no type of crowd.
This is a book convention, okay? For books. Literal BDSM clubs are more respectful than this. There needs to be more studies on how this stuff affects women's brains, because clearly some are unable to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. Ivy Lipton, a doctoral candidate in human sexuality, actually wrote about this for EV Magazine. I don't know what a doctoral candidate in human sexuality is.
I don't know what that is either. I mean, I've heard of gender studies, but... like...
But she's hot, so I trust her. Your brain on orgasms isn't neutral. Dopamine release during climax is a powerful conditioning agent.
I can imagine.
What you repeatedly fantasize about becomes necessary for arousal. If your erotic imagination centers around abuse, monstrous violence, and submission to non-human entities, your brain is reprogramming itself to crave just that. It's not empowerment, it's neuroplasticity at its darkest. Scientists, psychologists, and the general public often state that men are visual and women are emotional. When it comes to sex, men can be turned on instantly by a sexual image despite their mood, and women need to be turned on emotionally to get in the mood. So it's...
I don't know if I want to comment on that.
Stands to reason that porn for men is visual and for women is in the mind. I'm not equating porn to smut novel.
I'm not going to any sites like that. No thanks. No, I've never been to Fur Affinity and I have no plans on going there.
Because one is a video of two people actually having real sex and the other is, well, just words on paper. I'm, however, talking about the effect on the consumer. We know watching porn is bad for the brain. That's been proven and only rejected by gooners who don't want to give it up. But is reading smut bad? You might say, duh, that's the whole point. Okay, fair enough.
What about thinking about it? Just thinking about it. Does that actually count as anything?
So let me rephrase, is reading smut harmful? Should we shame people for things that are wrong, immoral, or harmful? In my line of work, I've been told many times that shame has no place in sex. But if I use my brain for 2 seconds, it's clear that line of thinking is nonsense. Incest should be shamed, bestiality should be shamed, philia should be shamed. I'm not equating monster smut with these things, but there are 50 shades of gray, so to speak, along the spectrum.
Oh, is it? Are you talking about E621? Because I haven't heard of that until someone brought it up a few weeks ago.
Of harmful. Conditioning your brain and body to associate pleasure with monsters, slavery, or sexual violence is not healthy. Basically, they're cooked. Like, women are cooked. They're frying their brains with this stuff. It's a pipeline, right? It's like the infamous evil alt-right pipeline. You know, you start watching Shoe on Head, owning the feminists.
Yes, Shoe on Head being
the... 2025, you're hailing Hitler, right? You know, the alt-right pipeline. And this one's like, you're reading Morning Glory Milking Farm, and the next thing you know, you're Mrs. Han.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I've been told that the term is burn fur, but I'm not necessarily that. I know Wolfie Kami considers burn fur to be redundant.
That's right. Just say no. Just say no to monster porn. But why is
Do you? I mean, I do have those feelings, but they're not really something that I don't know.
Monster smut so popular with women in particular? Like, you rarely see the opposite, and when you do, it's just like a girl with cat ears and fangs, or like a...
But I would never take them to such an extreme, if you know what I mean. It's not just them, it's the lowest common milquetoast. No shit, I can imagine. I bet I am. Yeah, I've made mention on my channel more than once that I'm not involved in the community. Mostly because I just don't know anyone.
10-foot tall, dummy mommy vampire.
Freaking, yes, Lady Dimitris.
Meanwhile, women are like, I want to f the pollution monster from Ferngully. So people on Reddit asked this very question. Let's see the responses. Why do you guys like monster romances? Asking for a friend. Several reasons. 1, human men are quite often terrible. Romance books with human men are already partly fantasy, but monsters just takes the fantasy bit further. 2, it's sort of human nature to imagine relationships with paranormal beings and creatures. We've been doing it in literature and art for centuries. It's just gotten a lot more graphic now, lol. 3, unique body forms / parts and so many different kinds. Scary, mean, terrifying creature is sweet to her, kind, takes care of her, protects her, works hard to be gentle, etc.
Is there a reason I can't do that, bitch?
Maximal escapism, minimal association to real-life assholes, the patriarchy, misogyny, and oppression of women, etc.
It's always about all of the isms and all of this. It's always that quote-unquote neo-Marxist mentality,
etc. Because the monsters are less dangerous than dating actual men.
Sure
As a fat woman of color. Modern, contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and just too realistic. And romance in real life is not always attainable for fat women / women of color.
I don't know, I've seen plenty of big girls with other guys, so I can't imagine that it'd be that hard.
In monster alien romance, though, my size doesn't matter and it's easier to get into that headspace and enjoy it. I'm sick of the men on Earth and looking for some variety. Non-humans haven't betrayed and hurt me, so they feel like a safe haven, if that makes sense. Plus the unusual dick. Monsters have big, fun-shaped dicks. I love some bizarre peen. Unique
oh my god.
Genitalia.
Shut up. These guys need to learn. These guys... keep your hands where I can see them. That's all I can say for certain.
I don't know what I was expecting, honestly. A lot of women's smut, especially monster smut, is about submission, domination, forced breeding, non-consensual consent. The women...
Oh, so that's the irony. It's like you have all of the... Yeah, it's like they're getting, like, abused But for some reason, real life, I don't even know. Yeah, when did what occur? I don't even know what the hell to say on that. It's like, I mean, I get it. Sometimes some people just can't help themselves. But at the same time, it's like, why do you need to go to such a... Why do we need to go to such an extreme? I mean, yes, any person could be pretty and you could feel for them, but what's the point of even going that far with it? I'm just saying.
Women are like conquered and taken and overpowered by these monsters. And I think many of these women are reading these books containing monsters and not men because masculinity and dominance in men has been completely demonized in modern society. But the truth is, many women still crave it. You see, the monsters in these stories have those like dominant masculine traits that women like so much, but they're not human men. They have all these traits women desire without the problematic baggage human men bring, without being the men they hate or have been told to hate.
No, watch the monsters have the same exact tendencies that men in real life have, and then they'll just get tired of them as well. And then they're going to start looking at amoebas.
It is the perfect guilt.
No, watch. Attack of the Giant Amoeba Monster that I fell in love with.
Free slop.
And it's gonna be like the Amoeba Boys from the Powerpuff Girls. I'm pretty sure there's some people that have the hots for them.
They don't just want a wild dominant man. They want to tame a wild dominant man.
Yeah, I don't associate with that side of the acronym, as I call it, because I don't need that in my life, honestly. And I still don't know what BDSM is.
Similar to when a man sees...
Oh yeah, it's the straps, right? Or whatever the hell. Yeah, I don't need that stuff. I mean, if you're gonna do that at home, that's one thing. Yeah, I don't understand it either. Yeah, I have these feelings, but I don't see why they have to be such a big deal.
With a nose ring, you can save her from her daddy issues. You can do it. It definitely won't backfire and ruin your life. Go for it. Go talk to her. With many women, there's this desire for like danger and aggression, but also the desire to tame.
You see, the problem that Tom Dubois had with his marriage with Sarah is that he wasn't providing enough excitement in her life. Except, if that bitch wants excitement, she could take her ass to the movies.
That danger and aggression. The desire to be that special woman who can melt his heart. You see, my dragon boyfriend could rip me to shreds and kill me instantly, but he won't
Lord.
because he's nice and he loves me.
Bonded. Oh, it's that stuff. Okay, that's what it stands for. I don't think I'm really into that kind of stuff. I just want something simple, if that makes any sense.
Honestly, at the end of the day, just like the video I made about the anime girl in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah, I remember watching that. It's like, oh, so you mean like... Oh, so you mean iDubbbz?
Where men were saying, this is the average male fantasy, and a bunch of women were like, you want to rap a disabled?
That sounds like, no. Oh, yes, I remember making a video reaction to what she's talking about right now.
Girl! When in reality, it was just a distilled manifestation of the average male fantasy, which is to protect and provide for a sweet woman and save her. This is like basically the flip of that, right?
Yeah.
This is just the distilled manifestation of the female fantasy. Men are seeing this and they're saying, what do you mean you want to milk a minotaur? When in reality, it's just to have a big, strong protector and provider swoop you up and save you.
Right, I think that was... Okay.
I said in that video, they're basically
Oh, don't worry, we'll be finishing up soon.
Both the same fantasy.
The video's
this is a tale
done.
as old as time, the princess being saved from the dragon by a knight in shining armor, whether the dragon be a wheelchair or student loan.
It's the humiliation or anything else,
You know? But in this case, the woman is being f***ed by the dragon, and the knight sits in the corner and watches or something, I don't know. Maybe it's not that deep. There are some hungers better starved than fed. And maybe as women, for the sake of society, we have to starve our hunger for minotaur.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's the moral of this video.
Oh, good Lord. Smut! Yes, it is smut.
So what do you guys think? What is your theory? Why is the monster romance genre so popular with women in particular?
I don't
and
know.
who is your weirdest? Hear me out.
I'm not telling you that. No. I've already said it, and it's not even that weird.
Be honest. I don't want to hear no Lola Bunny, okay?
That's too vanilla. That's way too obvious.
You all know mine already.
She has a thing for this. Oh, good Lord. Oh, Lord. Latex dog mask. Ugh, no, I don't want that. No, thanks. No, she has a thing for this guy. Frickin' Tumblr sexy man looking ass.
It's not that he's a fish, okay? He has an energy. Okay, he has a vibe. You know what, never mind. And I will see you guys again really soon with a new video. Bye!
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to go to any parades. So no, that was crazy. Hopefully I can make hopefully I'll be able to clip this video from the stream. I'll do that like immediately tomorrow, if anything. That way it'll be ready in time. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And this video was streamed live on both YouTube and Kick. Be sure to check out the VODs for unedited footage as well. Take care.